All right, welcome to the foundation. So the foundation is going to be the most important part of the entire system that you're building for your business. Without a strong foundation, when things get tough down the road, your business and everything that you've worked so hard on can wash away. So it's important to create a really strong foundation to build the rest of your marketing on top of. So the first thing we're going to look at is the online marketing roadmap. And the first step in the foundation is identifying your ideal clients. We're going to call this the avatar. Now, one of the most important things that you need to look at when you're identifying your ideal client is not only somebody that you'd want to do business with, but somebody that also fits your passion and purpose. If you don't have that passion and purpose, you'll probably fizzle out when times get tough. So you want to make sure that you have passion, that the person you're solving is definitely, or the problem you're solving for your client is something you're passionate about, that the problem that you are able to solve is a real problem in the marketplace, that you're able to do this at a profit for your business, that you're going to be able to have a presence in the marketplace, that it's not already completely flooded, or there's no presence at all, which is usually a good indicator that there's just not enough market to make a sustainable business. And then, what is the pathway to find these people? So that's the first thing that you want to identify. One of the best ways to do this is to use what I call the target market evaluation tool. And this is very easily mapped out in this framework. You can pick a few different niches and then go through these questions and figure out exactly who these people are, where they're going to be hanging out, what the search volume is for the types of products and services you're offering, and going through here and really understanding what your options are. After you do a full evaluation like this, it's actually pretty simple to identify your ideal client and the niche that you want to serve. From there, you can get a really great idea of an avatar snapshot. Now, this is the demographics and psychographics of your ideal client. And in this framework, it allows you to easily map those out. You can find out genders and age and whatnot. You really want to focus on a single avatar. I know a lot of people say, well, I serve anybody who has a dry cleaning business. And it's like, okay, well, that's fine, but let's pick a specific avatar, like you're talking to somebody face to face. What do they look like? Are they male or female? How old are they? How much money do they make? All those demographics. And then you can think about, okay, where is this person hanging out online? What kind of associations, publications, brands they follow? What kind of experts and gurus are they following as well? And what this is going to do is allow you to know where to target them down the road with your content strategy. Now, this is really where it gets fun. This is where you can go out into the marketplace, find your ideal prospects, and ask them what their pains and frustrations are, what the fears and implications are of those pains and frustrations. So if they have a real problem that they're trying to attend to today, what is the implication of not solving that problem 5 to 10 years down the road? And the same thing with their goals and desires. Find out exactly what they are really, really most inwardly desiring. And as far as their aspirations, what's going to happen if they're actually able to obtain those goals today? So once you start to understand that, this is going to feed into what we call our messaging strategy. Okay, so that's where we're focusing on now is step 2 of the foundation. And all of those fears, frustrations, goals, dreams, aspirations, they feed into what I like to call the currency calculator. Now, for your business, it's really important to pick one primary currency. And when I say that, a currency is simply a problem that you solve. And it needs to be a problem that you solve within a certain time frame and with a certain metric involved. Like, you don't want to say, I help business owners grow their business. That's really boring and bland, right? There's no tangible aspect to that. So what you want to say is, I help dog trainers 2 times their leads in 60 days. So you've got a very specific avatar, you've got a very specific time frame, and you've got a very specific currency that's all right there, okay? And so in this currency calculator, you want to take all of those fears and frustrations and you want to put them on the decrease side. And you want to put a metric and a timeline. And all of those goals and aspirations that they have, you want to put them on the increase side and list them out with a metric and a timeline. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, how do I find out exactly what my ideal client's goals, dreams, fears, and frustrations are? Well, if you already have a list, it's really simple. You can just ask them. So if you already have customers, you already have a list, so you can just ask them. It's quite simple. One of my favorite ways to do it is to go on Facebook and find groups. If you have your ideal clients hanging out in specific groups, you can join the group and just ask in the group, what's your pain points, what's your challenge right now, what do you think is preventing you from overcoming that challenge. So you can ask questions like that within the group. There's also tons of tools online. Google's keyword research tool, SEMrush. You can even go to Amazon and look at books that are in your niche and look at the reviews on them to see, the 5-star reviews. What are they saying that they really liked about the book? Like, what problem did it solve for them? You can look at the 1-star reviews and see what problem it didn't solve for them that they wish it would have solved. And so those are all ways that you can get some ideas on how to map these out and then to create your core currency. Now, again, we're looking at one avatar and one currency, and what that's going to do is it's going to feed into what we call your $1 million message. And your $1 million message is the one sentence that encapsulates all of your product and service and allows you to communicate it in a very simple way that is easy for your ideal client to understand and identify with. So this is where you get all of those frameworks that you've worked so hard on up to this point, and all of the work that you've done identifying your target market, doing the research, understanding their pains and frustrations, and then picking that number one currency, like their number one pain point that you need to solve, and putting that into your $1 million message. So you're going to figure out what their biggest goal desire is, their number one. What's their greatest dream and aspiration? What's their biggest pain or frustration? And then you're going to put it into a sentence. So you're going to say, I help, and then you're going to put your avatar in here, your ideal client, and you're going to say what you help them do so that they can, and this is where their aspiration goes, and then this part without is their biggest pain or frustration. So I help Christian women entrepreneurs 2x their leads in 90 days so they can spend less time working for their business without sacrificing time with their family. So that would be an example of a $1 million message. So this needs to be really honed in, because what it's going to do is it's going to feed into your entire content marketing strategy. It's going to feed into presentations that you do, webinars that you do, Facebook ads. Everything that you're going to do is going to be based off all of the research that you've done up until this point, and it's going to be based off this new $1 million message. So now we get to go into the offer. This is what I call the signature solution, and you've seen mine. It's actually probably one of the reasons that you're here and watching this video now. If you'll remember, mine is Foundation, Funnel, and Floodgate. And this is your signature solution. This is going to be a really powerful tool for your business, because most small businesses, they don't have the resources and the time to really develop a big brand, professional looking promotional material. And what that does is it helps build trust. And so this is going to allow you to kind of get that same feel, even though you're a small business, and help develop that same trust. The other thing that this is going to do is it's going to provide your clients a very specific roadmap to get from point A to point B. Point A being their biggest frustration, and point B being their biggest aspiration, goal, or desire. And so you're going to want to break out your specific steps into 3 different main categories, and then within those have 3 steps. Now, there's a reason that it's 3 steps each direction and not 6 or 4 or something like that. People learn best in groups of 3. Brain just works that way. So that's why we've broken this out into groups of 3, both horizontally and vertically. All right, so once you've developed that, you're going to be able to then go into what we call the profit pyramid. And a profit pyramid is one of the most powerful frameworks that you can develop for your business. This framework allows you to create 4 very unique levels that your clients can identify with. So for example, let's say that you are a business coach, and your level 1 is going to be people at the very bottom just starting out in their business. They're not hardly making any money. They're making less than $10,000 a month, and they're really struggling. Okay, so we're going to identify a currency. So we're going to say, let's say, $0 to $10,000. Over here, we're going to identify a symptom. So the symptom is going to be frustration. And then over here, we're going to put the key to success. And this may be proof, okay? They need proof of that their concept, their business idea is going to work. And we're going to go up each level. So this one might be $10,000 to $30,000. This one's $30,000 to $50,000, and this one's $50,000 to $100,000 a month. And each one again reflects a symptom that you have found from your currency calculator, and what they need to do, a single action verb that will take them to the next level on their stairway to success. Now the most important part here is their currency. So if it is leads, that's what you're going to put in here. That this is the number of leads that they're going to getting, number of sales, profit, return on investment, whatever that looks like for you. All right, and what this is going to be able to do is, number one, help your clients clearly identify where they're at on this framework and how you're going to be able to get them there. Everybody is looking for, how do I get from A to B step by step with somebody holding my hand? All right, so this is going to allow you to visually show them where they're at and what they need to do to go to the next step and how you're going to help them get there. And when you provide that, it's a no-brainer for them. They want you to hold their hand and help them get through their process or the problems that they're having. So these are the 3 steps for the foundation, and in the next training we're going to be going through the funnel.